Hello again, everybody. Welcome back to HemingwayLand.com, your source for quality, affordable land in the state of Nuevo Mexico. We've got a new property located in Torrance County. This is reference number TRNM-0010. This is a combination of two adjacent half-acre lots in the Bella Vista Estates Subdivision. These two half-acre lots total a scooch more than 1 acre, and that 1 acre is priced at $6,500. And in case you're watching this video saying, Hemingway Land, where is there 1 acre of land in Torrance County that could possibly be worth $6,500? I know that's exactly what I was thinking when I was buying these properties, but turns out they're worth a lot more because of, number one, location, but number two, as you can see here in the headline, these properties have working power and water lines on them. Power, water, and phone lines. So both of these half-acre lots are defined as buildable lots, quote-unquote. So that makes them a lot more valuable as well. I will demonstrate more of that later in the video. Let's just bring this up on a map, show you guys exactly where this is. So, as with all of our properties, come down here, click the GPS coordinates. It'll bring it up on the Google Maps. So these two half-acre lots sit right here off of Glacier Lane. This is the first half-acre lot right here, and this is the second half-acre lot right here. Quick thing I want to point out is if you go to map view, what you're going to see, is that the plat overlay does not line up with the street view. So whereas it may look like these two properties begin about, 50 feet east of Glacier Lane, that in fact is not the case. Glacier Lane is the legal access for them. They back up to, they border Glacier Lane. Okay. Anyway, let's zoom out a little bit, show you exactly where these are. So first of all, these properties sit in the Edgewood area. They are just south of the Edgewood entrance here to the I-40. So you're going to have easy access to the highway up here. More to the point, however, is if you zoom back a little bit, you can see this property sits not too far from Albuquerque. If we measure distance, it is roughly 25 miles as the crow flies east of Albuquerque. So if you currently work in the city and you're going to have to commute back and forth every day, you're going to have an easy shot up to the highway and then a quick shot into Albuquerque. More to the point, however, if you currently live in Albuquerque, you're looking to buy some land, you're looking for something more affordable than what you find in the city, you're looking to escape the city, move out to the East Mountains, move out to the Edgewood area, I think these properties are going to be an excellent choice for you. Anywho, let's just zoom back in on this and show you a little bit more here, what's over here. So first of all, in Edgewood, you've got a Walmart Supercenter, you've got a Smith's Food and Drug, you've got a Walgreens. So you're going to have easy access to groceries and supplies up here, as well as about 24 fast food restaurants that are right up here along the highway. Also, if you're a religious person, you should know there's about 40 churches in this area from what I can tell. Church number 1, church number 2, there's church number 3. I counted a lot of churches out here. I'll spare you the count, but there's a lot of churches. So anyway, let's go back down to the property, talk more about the specifics here. So as noted, the property sits off Glacier Lane. You can't access this from the north. You can access it from the south down here. Glacier Lane is built sort of on a hillside, so it's going to, the property is going to slope northward as you get to it. Let's actually go down here to the photo gallery and show you what I'm talking about. Here's a representation of the property, Google Earth imagery. You can see the property's on sort of a hillside right here. More to the point, if you come down here to the first photo, you can see that, first of all, Glacier Lane is a well-maintained sort of dirt gravel road, but as you go up it, it is built on a hillside. So if you're going to build on one of these lots, the northern lot is probably going to give you better views of the valley around you. What you can also see from this photo is that you've got power lines in this area, and as well as you've got neighbors living all along this side of the street and all along this side of the street. We'll see more of that as we go through the gallery here. You're going to get a better sense of the slope of the property, the terrain out here, as well as the utilities that are available. We have in this part of the photo gallery electric, phone, and then the water lines that are out here. Now, quick thing. If you do end up going out to scout this property, the water lines are apparently not obvious. One of the neighbors came over, started talking to my photographer, showed him where these were. Whatever the case, they are on the property. These water lines, by the way, are serviced by EPCOR. We have just transferred the monthly bill into our company's name. The monthly bill is like $20 for the water lines right now. Now, if you have any questions for this, I would call EPCOR directly. If you have questions about hooking up, whatever, click this link. It'll bring up the EPCOR website. Here you could do some research. You could call them directly, ask them about what it's going to take to get hooked up out there, if anything, etc. Any questions you have about that are best directed to EPCOR directly. And just a quick thing I will show you guys. If you do call them and you want to talk about this property, first question these companies always ask is, what's the address? And then you have to explain to them there's no address, it's vacant land. So telling them it's off Glacier Lane in Edgewood might help, or telling them it's in Bella Vista Estates, or they might ask for the parcel numbers. Whatever the case, it's best to reference something on this table when trying to explain to them where the properties are. Whatever the case, these are working water lines that are already on the property and that we are paying the monthly bill on and keeping current for you. Now, if you talk about zoning in this area, as you go through the photo gallery, what you're going to see is there's a lot of mobile and modular homes out here. Obviously, those are acceptable. Any kind of single-family residence is going to be acceptable. This area is zoned PL2. What does PL2 mean? Well, not a whole lot. If you come up here on our zoning ordinance here and you click on this, this is going to bring up what PL2 is defined as in the Torrance County zoning ordinance. They don't go into a lot of specifics on this. What they do say, however, up here in the first paragraph, is that it denotes an area that was platted out prior to 1973. So it predates a lot of the zoning law in the county as well as through the New Mexico EPA. A lot of state law predates a lot of that. So can you do anything you want out there? I doubt it, but I'm going to guess that a shipping container home or a tiny home is probably very doable in this region. Of course, as always with any one of our properties, highly recommend that if you're going to do something like that, call County Planning and Zoning. Their links are down here, linked to their website, and their phone numbers down here. And direct those questions to them and ask them, if I want to build a shipping container home in the Bella Vista Estates Subdivision, what sort of permits do I need? What do I need to know? Can I even do it? Those are the people I direct those questions to. And there's a guy who works in their office. His name is Steve. Steve has worked there, I believe, since Torrance County was founded, I guess. I don't know. But the man has a savant-like knowledge of zoning law in his county, and he's usually pretty helpful. So talk to Steve would be a good recommendation. Anywho, so I'll let you guys peruse the photo gallery on your own time. I want to talk, though, about the value of the land and about the $6,500 price. So first off, let me just bring this up. This is a map of Torrance County. What I have found is that you can buy and sell land out in this region for a handshake and a smile. It's of so little value to most people. Simultaneously, you've got all this land grant land down here in Shillelagh, which most people try to avoid. Title companies won't insure it. There's always a lot of issues. What I have found is that the most enviable properties in Torrance County are usually north of McIntosh, west of the 41. So basically all of this area. And of course, the closer you get to the highway and the closer you get to Albuquerque, the more enviable the property is. The faster we tend to sell it. So what I would say is, quick thing here just about value. Bella Vista Estates sits up here right at the Torrance County line. So you've got Santa Fe County to your north. You've got Bernalillo County to your west over here. So property values in these two regions are exponentially more than what they are in Torrance County. You've got a much lower tax base here in Torrance County. Because of that, if you're buying 1 acre of land over here or 1 acre of land up here, you're going to be spending a lot more. Now, all that being said, of course, the utilities that I mentioned earlier are a big deal with these properties. But what particularly is of note here, come back to our table, down here on the Assessors website. If you click on the Assessors website, it's going to bring up their site. And down here they have something called the GeoCortex map. If you click on this, it's going to bring up this map of all the properties that exist in Torrance County. And if you copy and paste one of these R code numbers, these denote the property. Hello. And you paste them into here, click enter, and click on this. What you're going to see is that this is the land value out here based on the Torrance County Assessor. Okay, so this is what half-acre lots are selling for in this region, on average, about $15,500. So this lot and this lot together are a $31,000 value that we're selling for $6,500. As noted, I think the property is enviable. I think it's a good property for a number of reasons, location being a big one, utilities being another one. But I think these are excellent properties from an investment point of view, from a flipper's perspective. Buy one, resell the other, you'll probably make your $6,500 back. And just a quick thing to point out here, it says here that these are located off of Pine J Lane. If you zoom back here, you can see this is clearly the house sitting north of our properties. So I don't know why this excuse me, why this says Pine J and not Glacier Lane. Zoom in here on the map, you'll see that this says Pine J and this says Pine J. So my guess is, much as the plat overlay and Google Maps is off, I think something hasn't been updated in some time, and that's why the roads read strange like that. But the point is that these lots are the ones that are represented on the website right here off of Glacier Lane. Anywho, with all of this said, how do we buy these properties? All right, come up here, click on the Buy Now button. It's going to take you to a secure checkout here on our website. Of course, so this is one we have not closed on through a title company. If this is something you want to close on through a title company, call our offices, 702-919-7170. We'll set up some sort of deposit for you. You could pay the rest at the end of escrow. If, however, you're cool with this, you say, yeah, I'll check out with a credit card, I'll pay these guys now. Just come here, enter whatever name or names you want for the deed, the tax address, where Torrance County is going to send the yearly bill. Click the next button. It'll take you to a page where you enter your credit or debit card information, and voila, you have bought the property. Now, once you do that, we're going to reach out to you pretty quickly, and we're going to get a copy of a new deed out to you. We're going to email it to you, ask for your approval, make sure we're spelling your name right, things like that. Once you say it's good, we're going to autograph it, notarize it, mail it off to the county to be recorded. The county will record it, and they will forward it on to you. So from start to finish, it's about 3 weeks before you have that recorded deed in your hand. That being said, as far as we are concerned, once you give us the money for this, the property is yours to do with as you please. Go out there, have fun, knock yourself out, start building, start doing whatever you like. All right? Anyway, I think that's all, guys. Thanks for watching. Hope you found this informative, and I hope you agree with me that this property is pretty enviable little lot out there in just south of Edgewood. I was surprised when I looked at county value of land out there and saw what was available and the utilities that were available on it. So I hope you are as pleasantly surprised by that as I am. All right, guys, thanks for watching. See you in the next video.